Hi, I'm Adam Markell, CEO of New Peaks, and I have a question for you. Is peace in our time possible? Would it require a miracle? How many other things in life were thought to be impossible that later turned out to be quite logical? What are some of the things that would have been thought to be impossible just 25 years ago? Remember the student that stood in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square? Who would have believed that this lone demonstrator would cause China to pivot to opposite extremes in economics and politics? Who would have believed that the Berlin Wall would come down and the Iron Curtain would be lifted? How about the burning of a CD or a DVD? Oh, that's right, there were none. What about the World Wide Web, aka the Internet? 25 years ago, it was impossible until Tim Berners-Lee invented it while working at CERN in Geneva, Switzerland. Are you seeing a pattern here? All of these things were unthinkable for most people, yet they were created and made possible nonetheless. In fact, not long after these changes occurred, they became quite logical. And now we cannot conceive of our world without smartphones and iPads, and let's not forget about Facebook and Instagram, and 1,000 other things that were impossibly made possible that have now become quite logical. So is peace in our time really that tough to imagine? The only thing we really know is that we just don't know what is or is not possible. I know Steve Jobs didn't think it was impossible to make computing available to billions of people every day. Gandhi didn't think it was impossible to see the end to British rule in India through nonviolent opposition. And we know that Dr. King certainly envisioned the prospect of President Obama when the leader of the free world was only 2 years old. Were these events and discoveries miracles? Perhaps they were. But that begs the question, what is a miracle anyway? I love Marianne Williamson's definition, that a miracle is nothing more than a change in consciousness. What that means to me is that a miracle can be a mere change in awareness, a small but sacred shift in our perception that precipitate miracles in our lives and in the lives of so many other people around us. So if peace in our time is actually possible through the miracle of awareness and changed consciousness, how could we get there together? Here's how we see it. There are lots of things that we all have in common. We all want our families to be happy and healthy, yes? We all want to be prosperous in our lives, to taste the sweet fruit of success and wealth, yes? We all want to live with strength and with purpose, yes? We all want to love and be loved, yes? And we all want to know and experience the peace of our higher self, to know thyself, as Socrates said, yes? And some of us want to know something of God, too. Maslow described our needs as a hierarchy, where the most basic psychological and physical needs are at the bottom of the pyramid. And as a person has these needs met, layer upon layer, they elevate toward a higher realization of their true self. At the top of the hierarchy is self-actualization, which means a person that lacks prejudice, is accepting, solves problems, uses spontaneity and creativity to show up as the most authentic version of themselves. Our vision is that we can create global peace by helping people get their needs met, educating people to create better relationships in their lives, to live in greater integrity, how to manage and grow their money, how to invest wisely, how to succeed as a business owner, employee, or an entrepreneur, form the foundation layers for a person to move upward towards self-realization. This is our mission, to assist people who are interested in living life fully, to join us in creating prosperity, love, health, happiness, and inner peace. Because we believe that when we're each engaged in creating our own peace of mind, we won't be committing acts of war. We won't be conducting war between our ears or with our spouse or our friends or our partners or our parents or our siblings. And at some point, the collective consciousness of our communities, states, provinces, countries won't tolerate leadership that does not align with our peaceful intentions. This is when the missiles will stop flying for good. You may wish to join us in creating this impossibility, or you may want to wait for it to be logical. Either way, we'll get there together. There can be no doubt that coming together and committing to take up the cause of inner peace is the kind of change in consciousness that miracles are made of. peace in our time is absolutely possible, especially if we lead by our own example. And as Gandhi said, by being the change we want to see in the world. So here's to your peace.